Hello, this is Robert. Well, a little bit of an update. I got a low price wireless keyboard and mouse to use on my computer setup because the cords was making this look a little bit messy. So now it looks nice. And as far as my computer that I'm building, my next part I'm planning on buying is either the CPU, the Intel Core Ultra 9 desktop processor, 285K, or the ROG Raging 3 360 ARGB Extreme R1 AIO CPU liquid cooler. I'm on low income and I'm slowly building this computer. So, eventually I do want to get, for RAM, two 64GB RAM in now. But because of the RAM shortage, it's a little pricey. So that way I can at least get started on my work. I am going to most likely start out with the two 16GB RAMs for now and then upgrade later. And I also eventually, once I get my projects continued, get the Gen 5 SSD, 8TB drives in now. I want to at least have like 2 or 3 in my motherboard. But right now I do have a to start out with, so I can at least get started doing a little bit of work on my project. I do have a 2TB Western Digital SSD Generation 4 that I'm going to be using. And I do eventually want to get the 590 32GB graphics card, but as you can see here, it's like $4,000. So I'm going to go with the older 16GB graphics card for now, which I could buy for $600 or a little bit more, over $600. So that way I can start putting my project together and working on AI and everything. I estimated with the temporary parts, the temporary RAM and the temporary GPU, I should have it up and running by August or September. Because I'm on very, very low income, so right now I can only, without expensive the rest of the parts is, I basically can only buy 1 part per month, maybe 2 parts. So that's my plan. Yeah, and the total with the temporary parts and the permanent parts is a little over $10,000. But I'm planning on trying to sell, when I get the permanent RAM and the permanent GPU, sell the temporary ones I'll be buying. But yeah, I'm not going to buy everything from Amazon, but I'm going to keep everything in my Amazon Shopping cart. But when it's time to buy a part, like let's say the CPU or anything else, then I will look around at like Micro Center and other places to see if they're a little bit cheaper, and then go to wherever is cheaper. Right now I have the case with the 6 fans inside of it and the motherboard, and then that 2TB hard drive I told you guys about. So I can, because the motherboard does not require the GPU, I might be able to get it running without a GPU in around July, and then I'll buy the temporary GPU after I successfully turn it on and install Windows. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or want to know any more about my project, just ask away and I'll try to answer them the best I can. And but until then, I'm just going to save up my money and slowly buy parts when I can afford parts. Until next time, this is Robert McMurray, and I'll see you guys around.